And when the club closed, like 3 in the morning, we headed out to eat some street food. We're sitting down on these tables by the side of the road, and this car pulls up, and it was the rivals that were in there. And the rivals came out, and right when they came out, you know, we just started fighting these guys. And one of the guys we injured pretty bad, and we left. The next day, I get a phone call, and one of my guys, actually, he was actually my right hand man. He was at the mall at Gurney Plaza, and he said, "Choby, the guys that you guys fought last night, they're here looking for you." My leader was heading down there. Other guys were heading down there. But I met up with the two guys I was with the night before. And really quick, we put our story together, make sure we're on the same page. And my leader, he got there before I did. So he was in the top floor at a snooker center, like where they play billiard, like pool. And my leader said, "Come up here, let's talk. And then we're going to go find that group." But as I'm in front of the elevator, I look behind and I can see like kind of guys coming up. And I press the elevator button and I look up and I'm looking at the numbers coming down. And when it came down 3, 2, 1, and the doors opened, when I look in front of me, I see the guys that I fought the night before. And I was kind of confused also because I didn't know how to react. And these guys who were leading the elevator started talking to the guys behind us. So immediately I knew all these guys are the same triad group. So me and the two guys walk in the elevator, and the guy that walks past, who we beat up really bad, man, he looked me right in the face as we're crossing paths, and he tells the other guys, "Man, we found what we're looking for." And a lot of confrontation was going on with the words. And then one guy started talking, and the whole group on their side kept quiet. And I knew that he was the leader. He was their Tailo. And when he started talking, I felt something around me. Like I just felt this heavy presence of like death. Like I could feel it was like a spirit I was feeling. And it was hard for my mind to conceive this at this time because it was a spirit of death that I would feel when I would actually go through my sleep paralysis and kind of astral project. This kind of same fear I would feel in the spirit realm, I was feeling the same thing, but I was actually in the physical realm. And I was thinking to myself, the only reason why I might be feeling this is because I might maybe this demon here is waiting for me to pass on to meet it. Like this was actually going through my mind. I was feeling this, and it was so strong that I was trying to tell myself to stay focused of this leader in front of me, but at the same time, I'm feeling the spirit of death right next to me. And as this leader is talking, he says, "You messed with our guy. Now I'm coming back to handle business." And he takes out from his pants, he takes out a machete, and he's holding it to our necks. And he's so furious. He's so angry, and he's saying, "Today's the day. Today's the day you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you." And I wasn't afraid really of this guy. I was afraid of dying and meeting the spirit. This is what I could think about. Is I'm about to enter and not be able to come back. This is not a dream. And I remember taking a few steps back and thinking to myself, like what my mom always told me. And she told me when I was a kid, she said, "Son, whenever you get into a problem, you need to call on Jesus." And here I am years later, these words are coming back to me. And I'm thinking about what my mom said. Now I'm in a problem that I cannot get out of. There's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is probably die and call on God. That's it. And so I said under my breath, "God, Lord, please save me, Jesus." And that was it. That was my prayer. It was like barely a sentence. But I know I called on Jesus. And when I did that, I see the guy, the hand of the machete, and another guy I can see reach out his hand and grab his hand and bring his hand back. And I look and I see that there's a guy that I know who knows that leader. And actually, we have a mutual friend, and he says to him, "Listen, these guys, Choby and them, these are my guys." And in that split second, that guy calmed down, and we were able to talk things out. But it was right in that instant of that prayer, and I knew that it was really God's intervention. It was really like God placing His hand there, but using the guy that He knew and the guy that I knew. And I thought, man, God heard my prayer. And the next day, I'm thinking about this whole. I'm like, I can't, like, I was supposed to die because I know if I was that guy with the machete, I would have been hacking up because that's what you do. If your guys get attacked on, you're responsible as a leader for handling the retaliation. Because if you don't take care of it, your boss is going to come question you. So I know by standard wise, he can bring that machete to talk. He's not going to come to our territory without trying to handle business.